Hello and welcome to Azurewala YouTube channel. We are in part 29 of Microsoft Certified Associate series. So far we have completed 57 questions in previous videos. Today we are going to look into question number 58. You have an Azure subscription named subscription 1 that has a subscription ID, this one. You need to create a custom role-based access control role named CR1 that meets the following requirement. So requirement number 1, it can be assigned only to resource groups. So that is the part of scope that it should only be assigned to resource groups in subscription 1. Number 2, prevents the management of access permission for resource group. So it should stop, this role should stop wherever it applies to, or it should stop the access permission for resource groups only. Point number 3, allows viewing, creating, modifying and deleting of resources within the resource group. So it should not touch any resource item. So this policy will not be applicable on resource. It will just be applicable on resource groups, and this will be the action items or not action items that it's going to have, or it's going to go or impact on the access permission for resource groups only. So the third point is making sure that it's not going to touch any resource. So let's scroll down to answer area, and in our answer area we can see the scope here, and scope has option 1, option 2 and option 3, and also not action because we are going to prevent something, so we are going to include not action, and the options given is 1, 2 and 3. So before we select our answer here, let's jump to Azure portal and see how we can define this custom role. So we are in our Azure portal now, and we'll go to subscription. We'll select our subscription. We'll go to access control, and in access control we'll add a custom role. In custom role we'll say CR1 and we'll start from scratch. So here we can add permissions or exclude permissions, but as per the questions we need to prevent from managing or authorizing the resource groups. So we'll exclude permission, we'll look for, and in exclude permission we can see the Microsoft.authorization. So authorization, so this permission will go for, we'll select everything under this and we'll add, we'll go to next, and here we are going to define the scope. So scope is given by default, scope is on subscription level since we have gone through the subscription, therefore it is given, and we can assign here up to the management group level, subscription level or resource group level. So let's go to resource group level, but it doesn't allow us to have star here and it doesn't select that. So let's select one of these resource group, and we can see here we do have one resource group and subscription. Move next, and it does create a JSON format file for us where we can see that role name is mentioned, description is nothing, assignable scope. So here in the assignable scope we can edit from here and check if it is accepting as given in the question. So in the question if we see we have given two choices, in fact 3 choices for the scope. this one, and this one. So since we are going to apply on the resource groups only, the scope is resource groups, so we'll try with this one. Let's see. So if I modify my JSON as it is mentioned in the question, let's see what's going to happen. We go last, and if I just keep the resource group here and I try to save here, it does give me validation error, means that is not going to work. So therefore, if we add the star in the resource group, it does work. So when I save this, it accepted, means the star is mandatory, but in question we have seen like that it's just given the resource group. In fact, maybe the star is missing in the question. That could be one possibility. The next thing is not actions. We have selected all these, and for everything what we have selected, each and every item under authorization, in question if we see, it's given that star. So that star we can use there by removing everything and just keeping the, let's say, one item. I'm just quickly selecting everything and to delete. So now not actions are aligned as mentioned in the question, that we are preventing, means not action on authorization of resource groups. So scope is mentioned here, that it will be applicable to all the resource group under the subscription. So if we press the save here now, it has accepted and we can move to next. It means this is working. But yes, as per the questions, if we are not putting the star, it's not going to work. So both places we have to put the star after like resource group and authorization /star. Back to our question. Based on this requirement which is mentioned here, the scope, and as we have seen in the Azure portal as well, our choices would be that we will select for resource group /star, so it will be applicable for a resource group only in our scope. And also in not actions we are going to select, because since it's going to be related to authorization, so we are going to select first choice. The second one is for resources. So in question nothing is asked about resources, it's just about authorization of resource groups, that's why we are selecting first one. Second one is also about the security, which is also not asked in the question, so we will have these two choices. I hope this video was informative for you. Please like, subscribe and press the bell notification icon. Also share with your friends. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.